come here. Do you ever feel like the world is against you? So last month, at the beginning of the month, I started a sewing video where I wanted to quickly hem 4 pieces. And after the second piece, I broke my sewing needle by using the wrong sewing foot. But not only did I break the sewing needle, it kind of like knocked it out of alignment, so I had to get it repaired. And then the repair took 2 weeks, and it really just threw me off of my flow. And then just set that project aside, because I'm someone that has a million projects to do at once. Not that I'm doing all of them, but there's always 100 in my mind that I want to do. For example, anyway, I put that project aside and finished a crochet project that I was already working on, because crochet is something that you can easily just take with you everywhere. So I picked this one back up and I finished it. It's a bag. And it's so cute. It's so cute. Genuinely, I love this bag so much. But there's some things that I need to do with this bag, and that is sew a liner on it. So what I was gonna do is go to Hobby Lobby, get myself some fabric and a zipper for this, and for the first time ever, sew a zippered liner in a bag. Because, you know, it could be worn like this, but let's be honest, it's not really gonna hold up that well, I feel like. Crochet is very much, you know, a stretchy fabric that, not fabric, but like a stretchy, crochet can make stretchy pieces even if you're not really working with stretchy materials, such as this bag. It's made out of cotton yarn, and cotton yarn is not really that like stretchy. It doesn't have that much give to it, and I know that because it really hurts my hands to use it sometimes. But regardless, because of the crochet method, I guess, like, it's just a little stretchy and it has some give. But that's not what you want when you're wearing a bag and putting heavy stuff in there. You want it to be supported and sturdy. So I guess I'll see you back here in a few hours. And I need to clean up too. It's a mess. Okay, I finished tidying up, and in the process I was trying to look through a bunch of my old clothes to see if any of them used a fabric that I could use for my bag, but I didn't really like any of them. Some of them were a good material but not a good pattern, and some were vice versa. So I'm going to Hobby Lobby to get fabric and a zipper. Alright, so I finally picked my fabric after like being in there, I think, for almost an hour. The sewing worker wasn't gonna be there until like after I was there, if that makes sense. So I had to wait for her to come, and then I spent a while helping this lady that asked for my opinion on which fabric to get, and then she was so friendly, so I was asking her which fabric I should get. And we just made it a lot more complicated than it needed to be. Not in a bad way though, she just kind of opened my mind to the possibility of using other fabrics, and so it took me a really long time to choose. And I know this one's not the cutest one, you can't really tell, but there's a slight pattern that kind of gives it a watercolor look, which, I don't know, adds just a little bit of something, but is simple enough to where it's pretty, universal, and matches everything that I own. And yeah, I realized that I'm going to have to make it double-sided because the inside is pretty white and I don't want that to show through the pattern, the crochet pattern. But that's okay. I don't know if I'm going to have time to finish it by today because soon I have to leave to go to Charlie's house and eat and give him watercolor paint, but I'm going to try. I'll see you when my sewing machine is set up. Something's not right. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I don't even care. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if the needle's threaded, right? Doesn't matter. I thread it manually because my machine is not is not threading it for me. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now my machine is set up after like 30 minutes. Okay, let's get on with it. Alright, so I realized that I'm not going to really do any sewing to the actual crochet bag. I'm just going to be sewing the pieces that I need to make in order to have a liner for this bag. So what we're going to start with is the strap. The strap should be pretty easy. All I have to do is do like, you know, a very long rectangle of fabric. So how I'm going to do that is by folding over the fabric and then with the what do you call it? With the right sides facing inwards, and then turn it upside down, or turn it inside out, I mean. So that way it's doubled and it's beautiful, and then all I will have to do is sew that to the bag first before I sew the liner in. As for the liner, I'm not going to really explain it because it's very confusing. I don't even know how to do it. I've been looking at tutorials, but that one is going to be a little harder, and I'm hoping I could get it done in about an hour and a half. I don't know, but I'm so excited. I love this bag. I'm very proud of this bag, and I'll be even more proud if I can make a liner that will make it just that much more sturdy and beautiful. So I'm gonna get started. I have my piece cut out, and this is the before, and this is the after. Ta-da! Beautiful, ready to go. I'm seam ripping it. I feel like every video that I've made, I'm seam ripping something multiple times. Oh, now I only have time to do this once correctly. Otherwise, I have to pick it back up another time. So I'm just gonna go for it, which are my famous last words with every sewing project that I do. And then I always end up having to seam rip everything. But maybe this time is different. So I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going as fast as I can. I just cut out the two fabrics. Now I'm gonna line it up and probably just film myself sewing. Hello, I am back at night because I had to go to work, and I'm getting, oh shit, there's an ant on me. I'm getting close to finishing the liner. There's a few things that I need to do, such as sew the edges, but I didn't exactly do it correctly. So basically there were two videos that I watched in order to know how to do this. One of them specifically made a zippered pouch with an inner liner and then the outside fabric. That's the one that I feel like I should have followed. And then I also watched one where they specifically made a liner for a crochet bag because I was still confused after watching the first video. And I still needed to watch that video in order to clarify like how to sew it with the crochet. And then I accidentally kind of combined or used that crochet video and kind of guess how to do it with a double-sided fabric. Not double-sided, but like putting two fabrics back to back so that they are double-sided. And I ended up with this. So basically this would go inside of my pouch. The zipper is here. But we have a lot of raw edges, and just considering my bag, I feel like I need a little bit more secureness with this fabric. So what I'm gonna try to do is to zigzag stitch down both sides of the zipper, which is a little bit traumatic for me considering the last time I tried a zigzag stitch, I broke my sewing machine and had to send it into a shop for 2 weeks. So hopefully this doesn't go bad like last time. And I'm going to try it very slowly using the hand crank rather than my pedal, and make sure I change my zipper or my sewing foot to the right zigzag stitch appropriate foot. And I'll see where we go with that. I'm experiencing technical difficulties and might cry. So I'm going to come back when I know how to fix this. And I'll probably also eat because I'm starving. Okay, so we've arrived to the part where we're getting pretty close, and now I'm just going to start hand sewing. The part that I'm doing next doesn't necessarily need to be hand sewn, but I was having trouble with my sewing machine, and so I'm just going to suck it up and sew it by hand. So basically what I'm talking about is I kind of messed up doing this bag, I think. Basically there's just raw edges that I don't want to be there. And the fabric's already too short where I can't really fold it over or anything. I tried zigzag stitching it to kind of seal it off, but that was a mess. So I'm just going to hand embroider some stitches. Not necessarily doing a really good hem, but it's better than nothing. And hopefully it will stop a lot of fraying through the crochet bag itself. So I already drew some marks, that way the hand stitches are kind of evenly placed. What I'm gonna do is I don't know what the stitch is called, but when you kind of spiral it through the fabric and kind of pinch the, yeah. So I'm gonna do that by hand right now. Don't know how long it's gonna take. My goal is, it's 9:43 p.m. My goal is to have it done by 30 minutes from now. So I guess I should start, right? Okay. Everything in my life is a mess. Well, that took way longer than expected. What time did I start? I started at 9:40-ish, and now it's 11:10. So I'm gonna take a shower and get ready for bed, and also clean up my room because it's literally a mess again. And then what I have to do is sew this to the bag. Sorry. I was blanking out. Sew this to the bag, and also first I have to sew, where is it? I don't know where it is, but I have to sew the strap to the bag first, and then I'll sew this to the bag, and yeah. Hello, so we're almost done with the bag. We're pretty much done with the pouch. It didn't quite turn out how I wanted it to, but that's okay. That's what crafting is about. It's about learning. Anyway, I just want to watch Modern Family now. So it's really hard to tell what the fabric looks like, because you're like, is that the lighting or is that just the fabric? No, that is a good representation. That's just the fabric. I know it's not the prettiest thing, but I wanted something pretty simple, so that's why I chose brown. But I like that this one kind of had a watercolor look to it. I was also choosing between floral patterns as well, but the ones that they had at the craft store just weren't up my alley that much. So this is what we settled on. Not settled like we're settling, but this is the one I chose. And I also have my strap. So I'm just gonna watch some Modern Family and sew for the next few hours. Actually, it's gonna take quite a while. I didn't really think that through. So in the middle of hand sewing the strap liner to the bag, I realized this is taking too fucking long. And it doesn't even look good. So I just used my sewing machine, or at least I started to, and went a lot better than I thought it would. To be honest, I was skeptical about my sewing machine being able to handle the thickness of the crochet bag, but it works just fine. So I'm gonna finish this strap. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do for the bag yet. I'll finish the strap and then we'll come back. Okay, it's so late, and I mean it this time. It's like 3 a.m., so I'm going to get some sleep because I have work tomorrow. But I sewed one of the sides to the bag. So I just have to do the other one tomorrow. It's probably going to take 1 to 2 hours again. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I'll pretty much be done. Good morning. It is the next day. My sleep was what it could be for falling asleep at 3 a.m. Once I eat food, then I will be ready to finish my bag. I'm so close, look. Half of it is done. This is a pretty good bag. I just hope I don't regret it because of how I don't know anything about how this is gonna wash. It's cotton yarn. You know what? I'm gonna look it up right now. Well, after looking it up for like 2 seconds, it seems fine. I'm pretty sure. And the good thing is that the liner is also 100% cotton, so I feel like whatever happens to one material is gonna happen to the other. It's not like, you know, the bag's gonna shrink, but then the liner is gonna stay its size. I think whatever happens is fine. All right. Oh, so cute. I ate potato tacos from Taco Bell. One of the best junk food things you could order as a vegetarian, I think. I don't know. Personally, I am a really huge fan of potatoes. I don't really know who's not, but I don't know. Some people have said that they don't like Taco Bell's potato tacos, but it's like the same people that think cilantro tastes like soap. It's not me, it's you. I'm done. I was gonna say it's really bad, but it's not really bad. It's just mildly unimpressive. So, this is what it looks like. Looks pretty much just like the bag itself without the liner. But you could see now that like the little holes aren't transparent. Obviously, I wanted to choose a color that would not blend in with the off-white color of the yarn so that you could still see the design of the crochet pattern. So I chose a brown. I already showed the pattern and everything, and I had to make it double-sided so that the pattern was on the outside and the inside. It's not perfect. There's some questionable parts, but it's very big and spacious and beautiful. And the strap as well, like this just gives so much more like sturdiness to it, I guess. And I'm just loving it. I feel like it can match so many outfits. The only thing is now, it's not really a big deal, but now I feel like could only really work as a shoulder bag, whereas before I also did like over the shoulder, like a crossbody. But I feel like with this liner, because it prevents the cotton from stretching out, it looks a little too short. I'll just demonstrate. Like it should sit right here, you know, not way up here. So this one would just work more as a side bag, but that's okay. That's kind of what I intended anyway. And I feel like it looks super, super cute. It's really original and looks so, I don't know, just handmade in the right way. Like not super poorly done, but it also doesn't look really professional, like you could get this anywhere. So that's the final product, and soon enough I'm gonna try to style this bag with some cute outfits when the sun comes back out, and hopefully it won't be that hot next week, because it's been like Satan's asshole recently and everybody's dying every day, inside the house, outside of the house. Doesn't matter if you have AC, it's dying. It does matter if you have AC though, because AC helps so much, but that's not the point. So yeah, this is the final product, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching, even though my methods for sewing especially are very questionable. But yeah. Alright, bye!